Hamlet was the only son of the king of Denmark. He loved his father and mother deeply, and he was happy in his love for a gentle woman named Ophelia, whose father, Polonius, was the king's advisor. While Hamlet was studying abroad in Wittenberg, his father died. The young prince quickly returned to his country, consumed by great sorrow, and they told him that a serpent had bitten the king, causing his death. Hamlet loved his father so much that you can imagine how he felt when he discovered that the queen, not even a month after the king's burial, decided to marry again. Hamlet refused to end his mourning in order to celebrate the marriage. He said, "My dark clothes are not enough to show my sorrow. The grief in my heart over my departed father cannot be fully expressed by any outward sign. At least his son remembers him and remains sad for him." Claudius, the king's brother, said, "This mourning is excessive. Of course, you should grieve for your father." But Hamlet bitterly replied, I cannot forget someone I loved in just 1 month." After that, the queen and Claudius left him, rejoicing in their marriage. Hamlet, now alone, began to think and wonder what he should do. He couldn't believe the story about the serpent biting his father. It seemed clear to him that the villain Claudius had murdered the king to seize the throne and marry the queen. But he had no proof, and he couldn't accuse him. While Hamlet was thinking this over, Horatio, one of his companions from Wittenberg, arrived. After Hamlet greeted his friend warmly, he asked, "What are you doing here?" "I've come, my lord, to attend your father's funeral." Hamlet replied bitterly, "I think you've come to see my mother's wedding." Horatio told Hamlet, who was listening in astonishment, that he and 2 guards had seen the ghost of the king at the battlements. Hamlet went to the spot they had indicated that night, and at midnight he saw the ghost of the king wearing his military attire. Hamlet, being brave, did not flee in fear from the ghost but spoke to it, and when the ghost motioned for him to follow, Hamlet followed him to a quiet place. There, the ghost revealed that what Hamlet had suspected was true. Claudius had indeed murdered his brother, the good king. The ghost said, "You must take revenge on this cruel murderer, my brother. But do not harm the queen, for I loved her, and she is your mother. Do not forget me." As the ghost saw the morning approaching, it vanished. Hamlet said, "Now, nothing remains but revenge." So when his friends returned, Hamlet made them swear to keep the secret of the ghost. Then he entered the palace, his hair already turning gray from the mingling of dawn with the moonlight, thinking of the best way to avenge his murdered father. The shock of seeing his father's ghost almost drove him mad. Fearing that his uncle might notice that he was not behaving normally, Hamlet decided to hide his intense passion for revenge by pretending to be mad in other ways. When he met Ophelia, who loved him and whom he had sent gifts, letters, and many words of love, he treated her very harshly. She loved him so much that she could not believe he would treat her so cruelly unless he had truly gone mad. So she told her father and showed him a strange letter from Hamlet. The letter contained many silly things, including the following: "You might suspect that the stars are fire, and that the sun moves in the sky." From that point on, everyone thought that Hamlet's supposed madness was due to love. Poor Hamlet was in great distress.